Hey everyone, welcome back to That's Some Idea. I'm Erica. If you are returning, hey. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and come hang out. I went back to Dollar Tree and I found an item that I had been looking for, and I bit the bullet and splurged on some things that were a little more expensive, and then found some more things to add to my stash. So without further ado, grab a drink and let's get into this haul. I'll start with some of the items that were more than $1.25 that I did get. And the first one being this. This is a clean, organize, and store clothesline. This is a bungee cord with metal clips, and this did cost me $4. But this is 72 inches, and I'm going to use this to hang laundry in my laundry room. So I was okay with that. The next couple of items were these. These were from the Dollar Plus section. These were $3. They did ring up $3. And I was okay with that because these are a little bigger. And I am trying to create sort of a, compiling a Christmas present for someone who loves Legos and Make It blocks. So I grabbed these. This is the Make It blocks construction stores. This is 142 pieces, and this is the fast food stand. See there, that was $3. And then I grabbed the 122 pieces of the diner, which I thought was so cute. It has a little diner chair on it. And then I grabbed the 126 pieces of the gas station. So I was okay with that. These are bigger, and these are gonna be sort of a compiled Christmas gift for someone. And then the other two items that I grabbed that were more than $1.25 were these. And I was actually surprised by the size of these because I feel like these are bigger than what we normally get from Dollar Tree in the form of a candle. These were from the Halloween section, and these are the bleeding taper candles, and I wanted to add these to my holiday decor. And I just got two. These are 10 inches, but these seem thicker than what we normally see at Dollar Tree with candles. I don't know. Somebody in the comments let me know. How do you feel about these? I thought these were a little bigger, so maybe it was, worth the price increase to have them a little bigger than what we're used to. Let us know. That, and then I will also, I'll go into the books. Obviously books are now $1.20 or $1.50, sorry. I wish they were $1.25, but they are $1.50. I'll get into those a little later on. Something that they still had at my stores, and I grabbed them to add to a gift stash, were these. I picked up all three of the different colors. Just, you never know, with people going off to college, people graduating, housewarming. These little globes, I think, these are just stunning. They're perfect for a desk. So I did pick all of those up. Then I picked up, my store had these in a box high on a shelf, and I grabbed all of them to add to the school supply section. And they were all of the hand sanitizers on the keychains for little kids. These are gonna go on backpacks. I might even take one. So for my daughter, I got her all of the Squishmallows. You can see there's purple, green, and pink. Love these. And then for my son, I grabbed 2 Spider-Mans and a Crayola. They were on a box, just high up in the back on a shelf, almost like someone was trying to hide them, but I grabbed them. So picked up those. And then from the teaching tree section, these were new to me. These were $1.25, and I did grab 2 of them to either put into my planners or my notebooks or journals and that stuff. But it is a 13-piece sticker collage about reading. And some of these stickers were just so funny. This is one of my favorites. It says, "Do not read the next sentence." And then at the very bottom, it says, "You little rebel, I like you." I just thought that was so funny. So I did grab 2 of these. And I love the one that says, "When one book closes, another one opens." And I am just a nerd and love to read. So I did end up picking up 2 of these for myself. They got a little bent in the bag, but I will flatten them with a book and just make sure that I can use them. And then something else that I grabbed from the teaching tree, I had grabbed several others of these shapes, and I didn't find these, but I thought I would add them to the stash again because art projects are coming, you know, with school. These are the wipe clean hearts. And I've found, you know, the oblong shapes like the ovals and the circles and the squares, but I didn't have the hearts the last time. So I did grab this to add to my stash. And this is 10 pieces in the pack. And I did grab a few more stickers. I feel like I'm stashing up because I'm getting scared that the stickers are gonna go away. But I did grab, because it's almost fall, I did grab one of the sunflowers. I love these. I grabbed 2. No, I just grabbed one. These are different. I grabbed one of the roses. So pretty. I grabbed one of the dahlias. I think these are dahlias. Dahlias. So pretty. And then I grabbed 2 of these lilies. I think these are almost like Easter lilies. That's what I would call them, but they're different colors. They're so, I just love these. I grabbed 2 of them. I love the long stems. Again, like you can, with these really long, pretty stems, you could create a border on a page. Just love those. And then also, again, for art projects, just to add to the stash, I grabbed 2 of these, and these are alphabet stickers, and they almost look like Scrabble stickers with glitter. Love those, so grab 2 of those. And then a couple of other items that I grabbed from sort of that teaching section and sticker aisle and all of that. I grabbed 3 of these. There were 2 each for, you know, projects and art projects and stuff like that. These were $1.25 for 2, and they were the Crayola poster markers. And I grabbed it in red and a white marker if you are going on a darker poster. I grabbed it in pink and purple. And I also grabbed it in blue and green. Again, just adding to the stash, the ever-growing art supply for art projects. And these I thought were super cute. These are the mini Twirl Up crayons by Centos, and these were also $1.25. But it looks like there's an orange, maybe a cherry or a strawberry. Looks like a green apple, a grape, and a blueberry, just kind of like what's up here at the top. But I'm not quite sure, but I thought these would be fun. So grab those. And then I scored on beauty projects. In my previous haul, I had found a 4-pack of bath bombs, and I knew there was another one out there. And I found this one, again, by ONYX Bath House. This is the Stress Relief 4 bath bombs, and this is in Champagne Wishes. And I'm so excited. This colors your tub, spins and dances and bubbles, and it's for softer skin. Can leave skin feeling smoother and softer. So excited. These are gonna go up in my big jet tub. And then I grabbed 2 of these. I had found other ONYX Professionals foot care, but this is the Repair. This is intensive care booties with green tea. And I had found other ones for heel repair and for swollen feet and ankles that went all the way up to your calves. So, and these I just grabbed 2. So excited. This is gonna be so great even now and in the winter when you're just, you know, you just need your spa day. I grabbed one of these skin therapy shave creams for sensitive skin. Picked up one of those. And I grabbed a full bottle of the Freeman Hydrating Body Sugar Scrub in strawberry milk. I've never seen this before. This is a full bottle. This is 6 full ounces, $1.25 for me. Into the cart it went. And then I was so excited to find this. This is by Merle Roberts. So this is a name brand. This did cost me $1.25. And this is retinol and niacinamide facial serum. Targets fine lines, wrinkles, and discoloration. Look how pretty that is. That's glass. So excited. I was so excited for that find. Another ONYX thing that I found was for nails. I grabbed the Intense Moisture Therapy Cuticle Oil and Cuticle Pusher. I love this. Winter's coming, you know, hands get dry and brittle and cracked. This is gonna be great. So grab one of those for myself. And then there were multi-colors of this, but I just grabbed one color. This is called Ebon New York. And this is a 24-hour velour matte lip gloss. And this is in the color, what is that? Brownie. So I grabbed that for myself as well. I thought that was pretty. Grab that. Love that. And then I only grabbed one foodie find this time. This was also $1.25. I grabbed the Maxwell House, name brand, iced latte with foam in caramel flavor. You get 6 packets in here. And then you are just supposed to add this to cold water with ice and stir. Yes, love that. And then the last couple of things that I grabbed in this haul were books. Books are now $1.50, but these are fairly large books. I grabbed Prince in Disguise by Stephanie Kate Strom. And then it says, someday I want to live in a place where I never hear your dusty sister ever again. Younger sister Dylan apparently lives in the shadows of her sister Dusty. But when Dusty wins the hand of some handsome Scottish laird-to-be, Ronan, on the television network's crown jewel, Prince in Disguise, Dylan has to face a different kind of reality. Reality TV. Interesting. So grab that. And then I grabbed When Night Breaks, The Competition is Over, but the Show Has Only Begun by Janella Angeles. And this, the dramatic finale of Janella Angeles' Kingdom of Cards duology. So there's another book before this. And again, if you find a book at Dollar Tree that is intriguing enough, even if this is $1.50, this is a big book. This is over 400 pages. You can find its sister, its first book, on places like Half Price Books, eBay, Amazon Used, for a fraction of the cost, and grab both books, which is just what I'm gonna do. So this is the finale, and it says the competition has come to a disastrous end, and Darren DeMarco's fall from grace is front page news. But little matters to him beyond Kayla, the contestant he fell for, who is now missing and in the hands of a dangerous magician. So we have to find the first book to this. And the last book I grabbed was Miss Cecily's Recipes for Exceptional Ladies, a novel by Vicki Zimmerman. And this says, breakfast with a hangover, dinner for a charming stranger, tea for a crotchety aunt. Food is for feasting, friends are for savoring, and the way to a man's heart is irrelevant. So this should be a funny read. I'm excited for that. And that is everything that I grabbed at my Dollar Tree this time. I only went to one store. And I did end up getting a couple of things that were a little bit more than $1.25. But again, I think they're a little bigger and are justifiable like this. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. This is bigger than a normal candle. But let us know in the comments what your favorite item was, and I will see you all on the next go around.